Okay guys, it's pretty windy out here, and if we're going to talk about, biodiversity and sustaining terrestrial biodiversity, what better to open with than two toads mating in the mud puddle beside of my son's car. Oh shoot. Hold on. There's some other things I want to show you. So, right now, I'm at one of the flats on my farm, and the previous owners sold this little site just from there to there, and then like where Mark is, sold this, and they put, you can see that Intervest, which is an oil and gas company, put a well up here. Now this isn't mine. The previous owners still own this and own the rights to it, but we can smell this once you get up here on this flat. This whole area, you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but this whole flat that I'm showing you right here, this is a giant wetland, and it's not really as wet as it used to be. There used to be very distinguished, two giant wet places. One we would find newts, like little salamander looking things, and then the other we would find tadpoles, also known as frog spawn, and they would never be in the same area. One of the ways you can tell if you have a wetland is by looking for, tell me what I'm looking for, Mark. Let's see what Mark has. Hold on. What do you have in there? Oh, there. Can you see that? Hold on. Could you pick it up for us? So there's one of the newts I was talking about. Little salamander looking thing. And you will rarely find frog spawn in the same area because this little guy tends to eat that. And so we have lots of these in one section, and a lot of the toads and frogs are down in another section. So let me take you over so that you can see how to identify a wetland other than just, you know, how wet it is under your feet. So hold on. All right, so I was talking about what's some of the vegetation you can look for to know whether or not you have a wetland on your property. Well, this little thing, oh gosh, I'm trying not to fall in, but I can't promise anything. Hold on. Oh my gosh, come over here. So this is like the seeded part of the cattail. Earlier in the year, they would have looked like, basically like nature's corn dogs. But this is the seeded, part of the cattail. Oh my goodness. So we'll let that go away. But as you can see, they really thrive in terrestrial wetlands. So Mark's going to take our net and he's just going to skim through this wetland to see what lives here. This is where I wanted us to come up, and I've got nets and scoops in my classroom. And Mr. Maurer had agreed to drive the bus up here. Do we have anything in the net? No, nothing today. Hold on. Or nothing with this scoop. We're going to move one down and see what else we can find. All right, let's move down to the other end of that. Mark's going to look through there. Man, the wind is crazy today. Nothing in that scoop either. But I want you to look I am like right beside the well. So maybe let's move to a different area and check on that. So we're just about 50 yards, oh my gosh, 50 yards from the last site, and I really should have worn my boots. And you can see we've got another natural wetland here. Oh my gosh. And my shoes are soaking wet. All right. So Mark is going to go around on the other side, and we're going to take a look and see what we can find in here. Already you can see it is pretty overpopulated with algae. So I want you to think about the available dissolved oxygen that would be in here. So would this be a good place? Is it maybe too overcrowded with the algae? So let me give him a second and we can take a look. Let's see, Mark has found something. Oh, there, whoops. There, oh, trust us when we say it's a frog. That is having nothing to do with me today. I don't even see him. I know he's under there. Oh, anyway, sorry guys, that was a frog. We're going to take another scoop in that pond, or actually that wetland. Because remember, this is not something that we put on the property. This is something that naturally occurs. I promise, if you just like scrape through there, I saw several of those newts. Oh, please don't fall in. I know this would be much more fun if you guys were here scooping out stuff and trying not to fall in yourselves. Can you hear the frogs? Because by golly, I can hear them. Anything, Mark? Okay, I saw them in there, but sometimes they're harder to catch than you think. So we're going over, I saw several newts in this little area, but I can hear several spring peepers, frogs over in the next wetland over. So stay with me. So here's one, and there's another one like under that tree, back towards the high wall. Our farm used to be a coal mine. Once it was actually mined by donkey, and so this land has been mined for at least 100 years. Once by the family, not mine, but the previous family, and then through the 50s, 60s, and 70s, this was pretty much a clear or a strip mine in Harrison County. All right, let's take a look and see what, there's a lot of sludge in this one. And boy, does it stink. Anything? Can you hear them? Then, of course, as soon as we get closer, they stop. They kind of hide. Well, guys, right now we're under a lot of pretty old and some dead branches. We've got a wind advisory out right now in Harrison County. So, as much as I am dedicated to your videos for AP Environmental Science, I'm just worried that a branch is going to come down on either Mark or me, and then that would really suck. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.